Hi everyone, my name is Ved and today we are going to discuss business opportunities in the UK, how establishing a business or creating a presence in the UK would benefit you globally, create a competitive presence and not just a competitive presence but give your business an edge over your local and global competitors. In terms of me, my background is in international acquisition and mergers, cross-border expansion, route to market. I'm a advocate for Lean Six Sigma practices. I'm myself a black belt and soon to be master black belt. Currently director at Waxman Roberts UK, Skullmate India, partner in Aurum Tech Holdings in the UK, and Xenon Strodum in Mumbai. I'm also the regional associate for Connect Ventures, and I'm really happy to be here. So when we speak about UK, the first question is why UK over any other country or any other English-speaking country in the world? Uh, the key benefits of having a business or a presence in the UK is that you open your business to many opportunities, many global opportunities by basing yourself here. One of the main criterias obviously is how easy is it to undertake business in the UK. Because of the rules and regulations being absolutely transparent and easily accessible through the government websites, through the government portals, even through business organizations like FSB, there's so much free advice regarding the rules and regulations that you can literally pick up a call, understand what the rules and regulations about a particular action would be, and implement those in your business. The taxation system as well is really transparent again. It makes it much more easier for a business owner to manage those taxes, to file those taxes. And because UK being a really digital economy, there are apps like Zero Books and Zero, etc., Free Books, etc., so on, who will, make it much more easier to manage your business as well as the finances and also file the returns on time. Because of Brexit, the regulations on British businesses have been modified to a certain extent. They have become much more open, much more freer. They have given much more flexibility to these businesses, and also because now that UK is a standalone country, it gives UK government the absolute rights to change any regulation which is harming any particular business sector in their nation. Earlier, under the European Union, they had to jump through a lot of loopholes, they had to jump through bureaucracy, and it was a bit difficult for them to alter any policy which could benefit their business. But now, since Brexit, it's all open. When we see the statistics in the UK, and this is in the last quarter, so in the second quarter of 2021, there were 86,000 businesses opened in England. Majorly, this is in London and Southeast. This is because obviously London is the corporate hub of the UK, but also it is one of the most connected cities in the world. London has access to Germany, to Berlin, which gives it access to the rest of Europe. It also has access to US, Boston, all the trade policies are undertaken there. It also has great connections with the Middle East. So establishing your business in London makes it evidently prestigious, but not only will it become prestigious, it will also open doors which you've never experienced before. Wales is a much more slower in terms of England, but Wales is the manufacturing hub, as we call it in the UK, because of the abundance of resources, the ease of doing business, the policies that the Welsh government has, and the promotion that they do in terms of recruitment as well. They support businesses in large recruitments through different government policies, which make human resource available to businesses at almost no cost. Scotland, on the other hand, is a mix of both. It has its own currency, it has its own rules and regulations inside the UK. Uh, but Scottish government is again very promotive and supportive towards businesses which are establishing there. Scotland also has really strong connections with Ireland, with Northern Ireland, and it makes it evidently easy to gain access to European services or European benefits through Scotland. When we speak about UK, we can't forget about the British startups. British startup industry is one of the most booming industries across the globe. London is one of the major cities where all of these startups are focused in. As it accounts for 35% of the UK business population, it clearly is one of the cities where everything is done fast, things are much more rapid, much more easier than in some other places in the rest of the UK. It also harbors a lot more startups because there's a lot more foreign direct investment in London, majorly from the Middle East. When we talk about the UK overall is a startup haven. It's one of the leading destinations for startups and one of the major destinations for seed stage startups. In terms of opportunities, UK is in the ideal location with proximity to US businesses and the European businesses as well. It gives us a lot more connections compared to the other countries. UK has signed more than 63 trade deals and agreements. Some of them are FTAs, just for example, like the one with Australia, where they are consistently sharing consumer goods, they are sharing trade resources, they are also sharing intellectual properties. And in this intellectual properties is where the major startup exchange takes place. The UK government is supporting more than 150 grants for startups in the range of sector. So a British startup can gain a grant for recruiting, they can have a grant for R&D, they can have another grant for creating a project, they can have another grant for creating a cash flow. Due to this perspective or this boosting approach of the UK government, the startup industry in the UK has boomed over the past couple of years, and it clearly is attracting a lot more startups from overseas when it comes to funding opportunities. There is also a key focus on investments in startups, as the UK government themselves have given tax credits, they've given tax breaks to the wealthy citizens of the UK who can invest in early stage startups, whether they are in seed stage, whether they are early stage, whether they are still exploring. There are different stages of startups, and you can gain different types of investments depending on your position. Because Brexit has taken place, UK has become a much more open, much more standalone economy, and it is definitely pushing for international trade and foreign direct investments. It needs those trade agreements, or sorry, it's basically what I'm trying to say here is it's creating the backbone of the future of the UK through these startups and through these trade agreements. There's a key focus on the future of the country. When I say focus on the future, what I mean is through companies like Innovate UK or UKRI, these are research organizations which provide funding to startups to undertake certain projects. Now these projects come from UK government agencies themselves, right? From NHS through military and so on. They give you funding for developing a certain type of product. They give you real problems to solve, and through this, it just boosts the cash flow of the economy, and obviously it makes it evident that they want more and more startups to come to the UK. One of the key criterias for having or being eligible for any of these grants or any of these funding opportunities is that you need to be a registered business inside the UK. When we speak about the trade sectors, post-Brexit scenario, one of the topmost trade sector which is booming and which has boomed because of the trade that it is undertaking with non-European countries is high street consumer products. If you're a business who is manufacturing high street consumer products, I would sincerely ask you to do some market research in the UK, because it's quite possible that you may be able to provide one or the other kind of a product. At the moment, there are severe logistics issues between Europe and UK because of HGV drivers and because of post-Brexit scenario. Hence, they are definitely looking at non-European countries for trade. In terms of the manufacturing sector in the UK, again, because of Brexit, it is in a bit of a shake-up that is happening in the manufacturing sector. They are looking for energy, they want resources, metal resources, natural resources, and obviously because the limitations that we have with Europe, they are looking outwards now. They're looking towards the other Asian countries or the developing Asian economies, or even the US. Digital tech. As I mentioned before, Innovate UK, UKRI is consistently looking for digital or tech-based solutions for their ongoing problems. You can gain a huge investment, or you can actually become a part of a bigger project, and it just makes your business good, to be honest. What I mean to say is, like, it gives you the cash flow to not just expand your business but also keep growing along with the project itself. Healthcare, again, one of the major sectors for UK, as UK has been one of the topmost countries to vaccinate their entire population in a really rapid manner. UK is consistently again looking for upgrading their NHS, the National Health Service. They've got ongoing projects to support this as well. And if you're interested, you can actually look up the NHS projects and what they are looking for. There are different supporting organizations once you establish your business in the UK, like the UK India Business Council, considering the directors of the business would be Indians. There is FSB, the Federation of Small Businesses, IOD, Institute of Directors, UKRI, again UKRI, Innovate UK. If you're doing import and export of products or goods, the British Chamber of Commerce is the best organization to go to. Ashoka is another organization which is developed for and by social entrepreneurs. So if you're in that sector, if your business is in that sector, you could be a part of Ashoka clearly. When it comes to understanding what business is in the UK, and we've now uh, crossed those steps. If you would like to establish a business in the UK, if you're thinking about it, uh, these are some of the steps that you could potentially take to boost your business presence in the UK. So a few steps, which is just an outline basically. Business ideation. I'm sure most of you have established businesses or are currently developing one. And whilst you're doing that, you could potentially undertake some market research inside the UK. We are here to help you for that. Market research is one of the key and evident steps that I wouldn't recommend anyone to miss for your product or your services. After market research, once you know that there's a gap in the market which you could potentially fill in, you can undertake a registration side, you can develop a legal structure or legal side of your entity. Again, Anil sir is there to help you with that. He's always there to guide you through any legal potential possibilities inside the UK, and he's basically the best person to speak to on this topic. Furthermore, then we can go to the next step, being recruitment, where you can recruit a team, a sales team for your products or services. In the UK, again, potentially your costs in terms of recruitment would be higher, so you could potentially create partnerships. You can have outsourced sales teams, you can have outsourced marketing teams for your business, and that is fairly cheaper. If you have or if you're taking a part in a project for NHS or UKRI or so on, you can develop those partnerships along with universities, along with trade bodies, which will again boost your eligibility for these kind of funding opportunities. And obviously the final step being launching your product, your service, and then continuing the growth. So finally, thank you everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope this presentation has helped you to understand the opportunities in the UK. Furthermore, if you have any questions or any queries, you can either pass them on to Anil sir, and Anil sir will let me know. On the other hand, you can obviously connect with me on LinkedIn, and let's take it from there. Awesome. All the best to you all. Cheers. Take care.